Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to Make Sail, a game about building boats. I like games about building boats. My favourite probably is actually still The Last Leviathan. I played a while ago. That one really stuck with me, but this one's something a little bit different, because you're not just building a boat, there's also a bit of narrative stuff going on. Visual, I think it's very pretty and bright and colourful, which is nice. So even though this version is actually a little bit early on, as you can probably tell from the fact it says, this game is in development, I think this is something a little bit interesting, and I want to give it a little bit of a look-see now. See, we start on this tiny little island here, and yeah, the whole thing looks a little bit like Breath of the Wild and Wind Waker had a baby to me. I mean, not quite that good, obviously, but like just in the visual style, it's actually quite striking. Pretty simple premise. There's a tower over there. It's really angry because it doesn't have chimes, and also because Sauron doesn't live there anymore. So as a result, we've got to bring it chimes. I've got some chimes, so I should probably take them there. To do that, I'm going to need to sail over there in a boat. However, the boat probably needs a tiny, tiny bit of work. So right now we've just got some really basic parts here. I've just hung some lanterns on it. It's got a couple of sails. You unlock more parts by doing stuff. So far we can't actually do that much, so that's fine. So let's just kind of pop it down right there. Hope it doesn't immediately fall over. There we are. Let's just raise the sails at this point, and... okay, so... possibly, I was slightly aggressively trying to sail sideways into the wind there, because the wind is blowing over there, and that there is the island I'm trying to get to. So possibly, until we've mastered the basic art of sailing for a bit... oh, hang on. Look at the wind down there. The wind is circular. Now, that's potentially of interest. You see, technically we're in the middle of a maelstrom right now, which is why the wind's doing odd things. It's not just in a straight line. So, what if I was to try and loop around and also pick up all the islands on the way? Now, raise the sails, but just like only raise the sails a little bit. And the boat is being tried to be, yeah, the boat is being pushed in this direction. However, if I was to, no, the other way, rudder, there we go. Half speed, and now just rudder it round here, keep the wind behind me, and then I could go and visit all of these different little islands while slowly looping in towards this. Aha! Now we're flipping getting somewhere, because yeah, the wind is not a straight line, the wind is a circle, so you might actually have to spiral out to things. Lovely. So now just keep turning this way. And just quickly sails away, sails away, sails away. Slightly crashed the boat. I think something just fell off there. I think we just lost both our lanterns. Well, that's a shame. Right, well, we're here now. Let's have a little look, see what we got on this island, if anything. Was there any point to me visiting this? Like, I can see there's a glowy thing there, but I've also kind of trashed my boat. Now you see that island does appear to have something on it. That island looks way better over there. There's a blue thing on that. So I'm guessing if I just jump in here, this is going to be a new build point, which basically reconstructs my boat. Great, that'll do. So yeah, now I can just basically slip my boat down where I want it to be. But bear in mind, yeah, the wind's going in this direction, so follow that. So put that just down here. So down we go, and then zoom out, and then after that's done, sails up just a little bit and begin turning hard to right. No, too hard to right, too hard to right. Okay, I'm going to go at a slightly shallower angle over here. So we'll just do that, get the sails up slightly. No, that's way too much. I want to be going slower. I want to be going nice and slow here. And now I just want to gently over time follow the wind round, use the wind indicators to do that. Follow the wind round, and just ever so slightly bring her round to the right. Because there's clearly something on that island over there. It might be a third sail, which might be useful as I slowly build a bigger and bigger boat. Also, I really need to attach those lanterns better, because they do seem to keep falling off. And in we come to this island, and sails away, and detach myself from the boat, and just literally hop off the boat. And now, what do we have here? This is a big yellow barrel. So as I suspected, yeah, not actually a sail, it's a flotation thing. So now basically I've picked up a big flotation thing. And now, yeah, as I build a bigger boat, I've got more options. Because that's now going to show up in presumably, there we go. So basically if I want to expand my boat, I can do that. Good, good, good. Now let's just shove my boat as close to this island as possible. Because yeah, this launching off point and this island is a lot closer. In fact, actually, I could just basically say screw it. I'm just going to put my boat right here. Yeah, sails away just to be careful here. And then just slightly, just the tiniest bit of actual wind. Just bring myself close by to this. Yeah, there we go. This is fine. And then just bring myself into the island. The boat is stable for the time being. Bring us in and just basically sails away and abandon the boat because the boat can be reset at the point around the other side. Good. So we've made it to the island in what was a harder task than anticipated because, yeah, the wind was not exactly convenient. It was not conducive to this task. Anything on the island? Doesn't look like it for the most part. Fine. Let's go return the chimes to the tower. And as a result, I have pushed back the storm. Okay, so now the area I can explore has actually just grown. Good. And in addition, the game just drew attention to find all the pieces to get a reward. 6 pieces to build a Ziggy, a new basic kind of template for a ship. When completed, you get the Thief Sail. Okay. I can't see what each individual thing is, but yeah, there's clearly a lot of pieces out here. So probably what I want to do is basically just start spiraling outwards and then get to one of these islands and then I can just basically do a loop around all of them. And the map shows me where new parts are, so I can just follow that. Alright, sails up. Let's just get the grips of things here. I need to start looping outwards. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, blue corresponds to new parts, whereas red corresponds to actual chimes. So now I need to start spiraling outwards. Let's actually let ourselves have the... yeah, when you're actually at full sail, the wind kind of takes you where it actually wants you to go. So you've got to, I think, very carefully turn against the wind in order to get further out in the spiral. But yeah, at full sail, the boat is sort of going where it wants to go by itself. I can follow myself on the map there. So now I'm just slowly looping out. But if I go too far, the boat might actually overturn. So let's just quickly, yeah, push myself slightly against the wind. Because I need to be going, yeah, right now I'm close enough to the wind. I can afford to be going a little bit over to the left. Keep an eye on the other islands, because some stuff might not necessarily be marked, but might still be important. Also, there's weird purple things there. Whatever they are, I don't trust them, because they might be purple jellyfish, and I don't like purple jellyfish. But actually, I think I might be able to actually at this point go pretty much in a straight line at this thing. Like, I'll be turning slightly against the wind here, but I think, oh, that might have been a little bit aggressive, mind. I might just be able to pull this off. And let's just see if the game is willing to... Oh, no, that might be a bit too much, yeah. That's going to be too much. I might be able to do it if I went at really, really slow speed, but actually there's other stuff I potentially might want to see as well. Fine, I will get to you last. Alright, we've made a good starting point on the old spiral here. Obviously, I'm not surprised to learn there's a day-night cycle going on here, but oh, it's quite pretty. With, yeah, the actual flashes of the light in the water, and your lanterns actually reflecting as well. That's all quite nice. So, there's a little island here with a reset point if I needed it, but honestly I don't think I need it, and everything is... I don't see any parts on that island. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all parts are actually marked on the map, so that's absolutely fine. And I feel like actually I'm going a bit slow right now, because yeah, it looks from the compass in the bottom left that right now the wind is not that strong here, and you can kind of tell when wind gets stronger or less strong, based on, well, it does actually say knots as well, but I think the little indicators tell you where the strong wind is or isn't. So as a result, yeah, if I could actually get myself over to, say, this wind over here, would I speed up significantly? That's possible. Also, I see something just beyond the edge of the storm there. So we'll visit that later. And here we go, coming in on this island, almost fluffing it, sails away, and feel free to basically just at this point jump and abandon the ship because we can reset the ship momentarily. Good. So round here we have got ourselves things. So, Ziggy, and when completed you get a... Oh, no, Zaggy. That's different. Logs, barrels, sail, and you in the middle. That looks like my sort of boat. It looks a bit ramshackle, yes. Ah, but all those pieces are beyond the edge of the storm right now, so I need to deliver some chimes back to the tower to get there. Gotcha. And another ship design, and if I find all the pieces for that, I get a jellyfish battery, pulls energy from jellyfish. So yeah, this isn't just about sailing, despite the fact, you know, sail is in the name. There's also jets, propellers, tethers, and more. So you definitely can get into the mechanical engineering in this game. It's just it might be gated behind story progress, as opposed to just being available fairly early on for a creative mode. Though now that I've actually got myself a little roof part, I wouldn't mind actually slapping that on here if I'm allowed to. That's not positioned correctly. Yeah, positioning is a little bit fiddly, to be honest. It's not 100% clear how you're about to attach something to something else. But that there will do. That's nice. Let's just see if I can actually just wrap that up slightly. There we go. I think I've actually built a little cabin for my person to be in right now. So now if it rains, she doesn't get rained on. That's much nicer thanks to this new roof. So now with my new lovely captain's cabin, I should just be able to sail pretty much directly at that island and the island beyond, turn in the chimes and presumably get ourselves a new area through the storm. And Joe, while it looks a little bit simple, I think it's very visually appealing, to be honest. I think it's a really nice looking game. It's just simple but very, very attractive. And crash the boat straight into the island, because I don't care, and it basically will heal itself up. Grab myself one. Grab myself one. There we go. It was a chime. It was just like, yeah, those are jellyfish. Those are, oh, I don't like jellyfish. I genuinely don't. Like, my skin crawls just looking at those bastards. Right, well, I don't like them. Let's just basically jump into the water next to them, because of course that's what we want to do. Right, so reset my boat that I just crashed. Now I'm going to guess that you can't just basically drive into jellyfish, except you kind of have to, because the wind is not exactly on my side on this occasion. Yeah, there's a bit of a, I might need to go at a bit of an angle through some jellyfish here. And now just probably try to avoid hitting the jellyfish. Just don't hit the... Yeah, don't hit the don't. But also don't crash the boat. Don't crash the boat. Okay. So the wind's not exactly helping at this point. This wind looks like it's in more of a straight line. Fine, I might just need to accept that we're going straight on for a bit and then loop round in a moment. Uh-oh. Avoid the jellyfish and... Do we just have a jellyfish literally on our ship right now? Because I'm so not cool with this. You have no idea. Oh, God, that's really disgusting and gross, and I hate it. Like, I don't like... Is it getting closer to me? Is it trying to walk out? Hang on. Are you actually trying to walk over to me right now? Oh, it's actually struggling. Oh, God, I hate this. I hate this so much right now. Now, this island, I think, is the biggie. This is the one with absolutely flipping loads of parts on it, as well as more chimes. So, once this is done, I should be able to build myself a brand new boat. Like, you can just build the ones they give you as, like, little presets if you want, or you can just build your own from scratch. So, naturally, I'll be building my own from scratch, so I'm very good at boats. And, yeah, also, a whole new area of the ocean ought to open up as well, which will be very, very... I hate the fact we've got a jellyfish on our ship. That's really creeping me out. Full speed, ramming speed, we're ramming the island, and the jellyfish can hopefully just die on the land, and that will all be fine. So basically, yep, here we are, ramming speed. Okay, I'm just going to abandon the... I can't abandon the boat, I've trapped myself with the cabin. Okay, now everything's fine. Stay away from... No, stay away from the jellyfish. What's happening? I'm trapped, and there's a jellyfish, and it's cocking massive. Okay, we're good, and the jellyfish seems to have naffed off too. So, now we get ourselves planks. And other planks. And an eye pole. That might just be a telescope by someone who's never seen a telescope before. It's probably not, actually. That's probably a technical ship thing. And a chime. Good. So I've got the chimes I need, which is lovely. And I'm pretty sure, yes, I've completed a blueprint, which means I get myself a special thief sail. So, hang on, main sheet you can pull and relax. Let's change its angle to the wind so you can ride much closer to the wind. That's probably good. Okay, with a whole bunch of new pieces, it's time to actually build a boat for myself, alright? No more baby's first boat that's been gifted to me. Let's figure this out. So yeah, I've got roofs, a whole bunch of small boat hulls, some... Oh, that's a chest, together with some planks. Okay, marvellous. Loads of flotation devices, which is good. And then a bunch of lanterns, and now... one thief sail, which seems like it's a good idea to me. Now, this is looking much better to me, the Summer Dagger, my new ship. So, it's now got like a little front bit. It's also got wing bits kind of just stuck on the sides. The barrels are not... Are they even? Actually, maybe they are even. I think they're actually... They're good enough. We'll see if it floats in a second. It's got some extra new poles on it I just picked up, with some lanterns on top of them. The roof is not actually on straight, but it will still do as a roof, so it's basically fine. It's got the new sail, and I stuck a massive horn on the front, so if there's a kraken, we can just ram it, and it'll be awesome. Also, the chest isn't on straight. It's, yeah, quite tricky to actually build stuff in this building game, because figuring out what's about to clip onto what is... Yeah, that's a lot of different light sources. It's kind of hard to see what corresponds to what. Right, now time to see if this... In some ways, I feel like this is not a good starting point. The fact that it's doing this thing I'm seeing right here. Actually, no! No, it's... Oh. Maybe it's floating. Maybe. It's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. Also, adjust sheet. Ah! Okay, so now I turn the sheet... Right, okay. This is now a completely different way of driving a boat. Got it. And also my little wibbly thing on the front is just sort of... Right, okay. So turn that into... turn the boat. Turn the boat. Yeah, this way. And then, like, get into the... And then get into the sail. And how does a triangular sail work exactly? I'm not 100% clear on how this is supposed to be working. Okay, I think I've got this a little bit, which is, yeah, at this angle, now I can actually sail across the wind without falling over. Only at 15 to 20 knots, but 15 to 20 knots in a straight line is going to be a lot faster than 40 knots having to flipping spiral in. Well, we did make it. We made it in a straight line. Oh, this is odd. You hold shift to walk. Well, that's just straight up backwards. And with chimes returned... There we go. Some big old islands have just been opened up because we kind of saw them just through the edge of the storm before. Now, I'm not sure I'm 100% convinced by this thing. Like, not quite 100%. Like, sure it can go in any direction, but it's also really, really cocking slow. I might actually redesign it to basically, yeah, utilise what we've already got in terms of the really fast sails. Because I feel like I was actually having a nicer time with them. Or I could have both. So, new boat. Now I can... Okay, so in many ways, I can see why potentially putting the sail on top of the rickety thing I've just built out of planks of wood was not actually a good idea. The problem is, they use the same button to turn as to... Oh! Right. Now, in theory, if I were to have more flotation devices at the front, then I might be able to counteract the forward pitching effect that we're having. Or possibly, this is... Yeah, the boat is literally pulling itself apart. Okay, so I think I need something more solid for my main sail than 3 planks of wood, yes. That's something we're learning. Okay, even I can see this is a stupid idea, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. So let's just see if I could just get into a position where the wind was nice and behind me without hitting that rock. No, we hit that rock. Like, all I need to do is get the wind behind me, and we are going to be going so fast in this go. Yeah, look at that. We're already up to like 30 knots. We're already at half sail. So now what I need to do is just very gently nurse this old girl forward. Because if I can just basically get the wind behind her, assuming I can avoid it, like, you know, constantly actually falling over and pitching forwards, we are going to be in excellent shape right here. So the wind is going to basically take this thing wherever it wants to go. But this might still all work, you know. Actually, it's a lot more stable than I thought it was going to be. I thought we'd need way more flotation at the front here. And now we just gently tack out in a spiral. And when we are repeatedly hitting... Oh. Yeah, okay. Next time we hit a save point, I need to add more flotation to the front of this boat to avoid it kind of pitching down. Pitching's probably not the right word. Also, we need to be going more in this direction because we need to be slowly pushing outwards, Mr. Boat. Also, can't help but notice that my sails are going through my lanterns, which is probably also not a good... Oh, the jellyfish are feeling kind of agitated today. That's a concern. I don't know the fact that jellyfish are doing little dances. Maybe I should just stay away from them because they unnerve me a little bit. Right, I think we should be able to... Yeah, cut straight through the... Uh-oh. That was too much sail. That was too much sail right there. Yeah, there we go. Straight through the middle of the jellyfish pipe. Wait, why are we suddenly heading... Wait, what? I think the wind might have just taken a slightly dramatic turn. Right, and... skillful navigation through the jellyfish there. Also, I think one of my sails has become detached. Because I can't help but notice the main sail appears to be sort of doing a little jig at this point, which is not what I feel like it should be doing. And our speed has dropped quite dramatically. Fine, I'm going to make a shot for... I think that island if I can, and we can do repairs and a slight redesign there. Okay, we've successfully made it to this island, and part of the problem is I'm not sure I ever actually properly... Did I not even attach... I'm not sure that thing was even attached. Fine. So, big thing we need, additional flotation at front of boat. Problem, I've only got one final flotation device, so I'll have to center it for safety. And when I say that, I don't have enough wood to make said thing happen. I'm just going to shove this one right here, right in the flipping middle, lower than the others, which is going to make the boat bob upwards. It's going to have an upward slant from now on. I don't know if that's good or bad, but we will give it a go. And, yeah, we're turning aggressively already because of that. I feel like maybe we should get rid of that sail. Like, that sail feels like it's actually causing more trouble than good sometimes. So now... Okay. This is good. Yeah, actually, we're nosing down a lot less than we were at this point. And we're actually up to like 40 knots and heading in roughly the right direction. And I can just gently pull us through the wind like this. Because with that extra flotation at the front... Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, we got this. Now just gently ease us left. Also, like, the game says on the left there, it says things like broad reach, running. I'm guessing these are boat terms, but I'm not quite 100% sure on that. Let's just see how aggressively can I turn myself into the wind here. Because if I can just, like, I'm still, like, I've got the wind behind me. I just want to ever so slightly sail against it. Because potentially I might be able to get to that island there, but this might be pushing it. Yeah, that's pushing it. The boat doesn't like it. The boat doesn't like it one little bit. If I could just actually go down... Okay, go down to half. Go down to half here. Because with half, then all of a sudden the sail that can sail a bit better into the wind is actually doing more work. Here we go. I might have enough momentum here just to carry me forward if I actually put the sail... Yeah! Damn straight. I know what I'm doing with a boat, probably. This is not a good design for a boat, but it seems to be sort of working regardless. Now just bring her in nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. Storm's kicking off right now. Now we're sailing literally into the wind, but we're just drifting in. And as long as I'm close enough to swim to the... Yeah, I think we can do it. Okay, now go to the... Okay, I'm stuck in the boat. Okay, now, okay, in that case... Uh-oh. Okay, no, boat. Okay, now swim. Get to the island, No, don't go back to the last build station. I've made it to the island. Screw you, game. I've done it. Right, so I've got myself a log. This looks interesting. Ooh, a jet. Yeah, you know what? Losing this whole stupid sail thing, I'd say that's what I need. But I'm going to need a battery to power it. Also, there's... Oh, blimey. Right, so the storms are quite severe. They actually put even the islands underwater. There's actually a proper system of... That's my boat, by the way. It's a bit upside down right now. So the storm's going to make life a little bit more tricky for me. But that was some good boating right there. Now, I'm a bit confused here. How exactly is this thing supposed to be working? Like, the implication, like it spawned this way round, is like... Is it sucking water out in order to spray it behind me to provide a spray and that helps with momentum? I don't know. I'm just going to put one of them... That is not where I meant to put it. There, I'm just going to attach it to the back of my boat with some planks of wood and we're going to see what, if anything, it does. Okay, so I need to be holding F and then I go up from... What, 20 knots to... Also kind of 20 knots. Okay, close all the sails, except that one's still there. Okay, now add energy. I feel like that doesn't help at all. Now, slight concern. In order to get through to the next area, I'm going to need to navigate... Okay, go the other way, go the other way. Yep, just follow the wind. Remember where the wind is going to be taking you. I need to navigate through all of these bloody pillars. And presumably not crash into them. Then I need to reset to the last point. So, just need to navigate through all of this. So, third sail, just to make that happen. I'm just going to bring myself a little bit closer. For actually, right here would do nicely as a little save point. Just for safety. Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to hit this island over here. This island feels like it should be new. Don't think there's anything new here, however. But yeah, I'll take a save point here. Why not? So just turn this way and then just sails up and then sails back down again because that did nothing. Wait, activate the engine. Now it's not doing anything. Right. Like the clear implication is something gets sucked from here and pushed out here. But then how does that help me? I'm going to put it the other way round to see if maybe what it's supposed to do is blow air underwater. But I'm not convinced that's going to work either. Yep, that is definitely still not doing a thing. And now my last challenge is just to navigate through this debris without crashing. Which might be a little bit tricky actually, because the wind is wanting to... I think that's just going to squeeze me through. Okay, just a little bit more left, bit more left, bit more left, bit more left. Now let the wind just gently carry me to the right. And... Oh, flip. Oh, flip. No, 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 I've still got most of a boat. The boat is still fine. This is fine. I can make it... No, no, no. I'm not returning to the last build station. Screw you. The boat is still floating. It is still a boat. And... Gentle, gentle, bring her in, bring her in, bring her in. No, I don't need to reset game. I think I got this, actually. I think I flipping got this. Right, marvellous. So, sails away. And detach from my boat. And please don't get stuck on the boat debris. The one annoying thing is sometimes you get stuck on your own boat debris. And then you drown. Even though the island's right there. That has happened to me. Right, so, things. Now I can get new parts. Lovely, that's just a plank. It's not the most exciting part in the world, but still, it's nice. Another big yellow barrel. And a blue torch. Ooh, torchy. And most importantly of all, a chime. I don't know why that's... Well, I guess technically it unlocks more areas with more stuff. So yes, I can see why that would be important. I've decided to take this sail and just basically get rid of it. I feel like the thief sail's not working for me. I've also put my lanterns back on my sails because I thought that worked quite nicely and looked pretty good. So now I should be able to... I need to kind of pull round to the... Yeah, just a little bit more power. I need to pull round to the left of this big lad because... Yeah, there's the island right there. So I kind of don't want to be going to the right of that, otherwise it's going to be difficult to pitch left again. Now left hard. Just through. Nice. Alright, now I can probably afford to give myself a little bit more power, because for the most part, I am now just following the wind, and if I just gently rudder left, I'll be heading straight at this next island, and I think night is almost over at this point. Yep, day is almost back with us. It's a surprisingly pretty game, and it would appear, as we get further and further away, yeah, the islands are getting a little bit more on the interesting side, because this island has an actual ruin on it, and probably abandon the boat at this point. That's fine, and climb up on the sail and just don't... I don't care about the boat debris, just get on the island. There we go. yeah, there's actually the remnants of a town here, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool indeed. And there's just one chime here. Lovely. Was there anything else? I think that was literally it. And then, yeah, the next island over is the one that's got absolutely flipping all the parts. And I will say, as we just gently navigate our way through this little zigzag, yeah, one of the things I like about the controls of this game is it feels a bit fiddly at first, but once you start actually getting to grips with it, you can actually start doing some fun, quite intricate stuff that feels like it's actually got, like, you know, a vague level of skill behind it. Because it actually took some effort and time and practice to get to grips with, which is quite rewarding, actually. And because I've found all the parts I needed for the actual Zaggy boat, so one, I've got a new little kind of default boat I can build automatically. I've also got a square base, so now I can build, yeah, I can have that for free. And I can also have myself in the middle of the... Didn't really want to build that right away. I mean, okay, I see how it's kind of nice looking, and I like how you can use the poles like that, but still, not actually what I meant to do. And more importantly, jellyfish battery. So now, now I've actually got some flipping energy I can utilise for jets or whatever. Right, so I can build an automatic boat. Lovely. We're using a boat that has no sail and just the jets. I did manage to get all the way over here at about 30 knots, but it ran out of energy almost immediately. So I feel like, yeah, it does actually need to have it. There we go, just a bit more. No, I think possibly the jets need a bit more practice yet. For now, we're probably actually happier with flipping sails. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, I think you get the point. This here is Make Sail. And while I don't think it's necessarily going to change a huge number of people's lives, I've been quietly impressed with it. It's a nice, relaxing variant on the boat building game. It's nice, there's a bit of narrative. The circular wind thing, where you end up kind of doing laps and circuits moving from island to island, is nice. It would be better if there was, like, you know, a bit more interesting stuff on the islands. The islands do generally feel a little bit on the uninteresting side sometimes. Like, plenty of islands have nothing, aside from the ones you know are going to have, like, loads of stuff on them, because they've already been flagged as having, like, you know, the blue and the red kind of massive trails you can kind of keep an eye on and are hunting down. So it'd be nice if there was a bit more variety going on, but it's a pretty game. It's a very relaxing game. And it's also a game that's not out yet, by the way. So if you're interested in this, it comes out next week. You can go and Steam wishlist it now if you want. I'll put a link in the description below for that. But yeah, that's Make Sail. Relaxing little game. I think for the right person, could be a great game, if not necessarily for everyone. We will leave things off here, and I'm sure we'll be back to building a boat at some point in the future. I do rather enjoy it. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Make Sail. Thank you very much, and goodbye. We've all learnt a valuable lesson here. When people have the zombie plague, don't allow them into confined spaces with you. We should just actually, like, use cannons. Do we have cannons? Use the cannons. Oh, they've got a big hammer. That's what the noise is. And a pirate's just rammed them. Okay, I think we're in a traffic jam on the sea.